for this month because in a new pack.
Oh yeah, the high school pack.
Yes, and they're bringing fuck buddies.
Fuck buddy.
Yes, you can have woohoo friends now.
Oh, wow.
Because before
I thought you could have that before. Oh no, they just fall in love.
You have to like make someone be your boyfriend or girlfriend and then have sex. Like it's very toxic because you have to have like you can have multiple lovers. You can keep cheating on people, but you have to kind of do a lot of flirting instead of just being like
trying to bust it open.
Like literally, like also sexual preferences. Just lit in general for the pack. Back hair is coming to the pack. You know what I mean? They bring in body hair, shaving.
Your friend wants the.
No,
that's too much work.
It's gonna ruin the game because like people in other language, like people around the country, like a country, world play Sims. People in Russia, people in Japan, people everywhere.
Then they have to drop language packs and they have to hire voice actors.
Yeah, ain't nobody doing all that. And you know what? When they record songs like Katy Perry's Last Friday Night, she recorded it in Simlish.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
oh yeah, they got a Ariana.
Yeah,
they got Ari Lennox. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they got a bunch of songs in Simlish. Yeah. I like Simlish. Like I think them speaking English.
Plus, I told her I was like, it kind of takes the storytelling like out of it for like content.
Yeah, it's a little bit pointless. I like them. They've always spoke Simlish. Like it's easier. Virtual world.
It saves you money. Yeah. Because then you start having to paying for shit real. They drop voice.
Man, listen, because now you suddenly want your sim to speak a different. Let me tell you something. You have to pick the language for your sim. She's just trying to be in cast longer than she should be. That's what she's trying to do. Okay, she need to get some more damn packs for that shit. All this shit she's asking for. Oh my god, so what's up guys? Welcome to another episode of Anime and Thangs.
Howdy diddly diddly.
For the viewers, excuse my appearance. I feel like I look normal though. Like
it just look.
Yeah, I don't know. It was looking a little better when it was wet, but I ain't put no conditioner or nothing. I just I'm gonna wash it tonight, you know. The pool at the gym is chlorine, salt chlorine. So it's not like killing me like it like, you know, regular pool. I don't know if that's because it's like folks or what? I don't know. I don't know what that is.
You gotta make it easy on the hair.
I mean, because listen, and I didn't drown, so that's what mattered. I can swim, thank you, very well. I admit though, when I was doing that backstroke, I was like,
I can't do the backstroke. I can float.
You see, okay.
I know that's just the start, and then you get the arms involved.
Well, see, you don't have to do that. You can just kind of push your arms back and forth.
Oh yeah, kick. I can do that.
See, that's what I do, and then so when you start kicking, when you just start to slowly, there you go, and then you got. If you can do that part, you can probably do the backstroke. Okay. It's the butterfly stroke I can't do. See. And I can't take breaths between strokes. Like that's not happening. I'm just holding my breath the whole time.
I was talking about swimming. Everybody at work, it was like, yeah, I don't know how to swim. Like, I was like, oh well, I learned how to swim. Like, but it was necessity. Like, when you go to inner city Cleveland, you know they got recreation centers with pools. Yeah. Now, these lifeguards ain't really trying to say no lives for it. So it's like you got your 3 feet, 5 feet.
Yeah.
So all the girls was in the 5 feet with their feet in the pool, you know, because they ain't trying to get their hair wet. Yeah. Now, mind you, the 3 feet we know is there. It's piss. Okay, because nothing but a bunch of little kids.
Children. That's it.
So as a growing male, I had to make a decision. We gonna learn how to swim good enough to hit these laps. Yeah. Get on the deep end. They ain't make the girls do that. They was like, cause y'all ain't really about to get in there because y'all don't want your hair wet. Y'all put your feet in the pool. Cool. Chill on the deep end.
Yeah.
Dudes though, it was like we in the pool, so it was like, yeah, hit them laps for me.
They made us swim. They actually did. In school, they made us actually swim.
Yeah, see, I wasn't no swim. Cause somebody asked me, you only hear swim class here at school? We had football and basketball. That's
in Shaker, the 5th and 6th grade Woodbury, which is that one school, and in the middle school, those two had pools. The high school's pool was like taken out and became a multi-purpose room. I don't know why the pool was taken out, whatever. So the high school swim team practiced at Woodbury because you just had to cross the street to get over there. But pretty much, yeah, we were first forced to learn how to swim, and pretty much it took all my hair out. It was all fun and games. It's actually how I found out I was flat-foot. Like fun,
really?
Yeah,
a lot more people are flat foot than I thought.
Well, the thing is that my mom is flat foot, my sister is flat foot.
But so like, I've seen more flat feet people in this world than I've seen with people with arches.
Every other kid in my class had arches, so everyone was like, "The fuck is going on with your feet?"
Really?
Yeah. And I was like, "No, it wasn't. It's not. It's not." I think what happens is that I think our arches fall. I think that's more like my younger sister had an arch, but fell. My dad's arch fell, and my stepmom has like high arches, so that's where her arch. And then like but my mom has always had flat feet, so me and my older sister have flat feet.
Like
So
I've seen like it's every athlete out of most athletes be flat footed. Like I've seen a lot more.
I think it depends on if you work out. You can make your arch fall. I think something causes it to fall because
I see a lot of flat feet.
If you're born without an arch, you have an extra bone in your foot. I have extra bone that causes me not to have an arch. But your arch can fall. I think a lot of people don't know that, and it can be painful. So I think it's just you're experiencing pain in your feet. You don't know what it is, but it's arch problem, and you're not looking at your feet enough to notice that your arch fell. Yeah. So yeah, that was a fun traumatic experience for me. Everyone asked me what was wrong with my feet.
Traumatic?
Well, because everyone asked me what was wrong with my feet, and then I was like, "Wait, what's wrong with your feet?" And they're like, "No, you're the odd one out." And I was like, "Oh my god, mom, my feet!" And she's like, "Yeah, you're flat-footed. What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Were you gonna tell someone?" And she's like, "Does it matter?" I'm like, "All the kids at school have arches."
That's crazy. Cause like the arch was rare for me.
Really?
Like even I'm not even saying just in like a family setting. I mean just in
general.
like. The arch is rare. It's like, okay.
Oh, yeah, no. Because you have to get special shoes. Like, you have to get, like, because Ricky has an arch.
Yeah.
Special ice skates if you don't have. Yeah, and also.
Well, you were supposed to technically wear special shoes if you're flat footed. Fuck them shoes.
Well, what they do is that your parents just put you in regular shoes so you get used to your shoe pushing into your foot like an arch. And then when you switch into something like Chucks that don't have arches, you're very comfortable. Then your mom tells you not to do that shit too long, and then you do it long anyway because you think you know what you're doing. And you have to trade shoes, and then you walking home bare feet because it hurts so. All right, foot problems with Cat. That's our new segment. No, I'm fucking. All right, so last episode was the lost episode. It was funny as hell, but difficulties got in the way. So this is episode 8. This is not a re-recording of episode 7. This is episode 8.
Nope.
R.I.P. though to the creator of Yu-Gi-Oh. That episode actually goes to some sad and some other. So
it started off with that.
Yeah, like, and then things got wild. That's why it's the lost episode. Like, so if y'all want us to drop it, y'all gotta ask us about it.
If y'all planning on us staying on track on any type of subject for a full 45 minutes, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah, you are. Absolutely.
And I commend those who can do that, because if you can find 45 minutes worth of something to talk about, that's impeccable.
Hey, man. You know what? I think it depends on if there's controversy.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like there has to be a lot to that topic.
That's what I'm saying, because like I rarely see one topic get stretched out for like that long.
That's true.
Because at some point you get to repeat your stuff. Again, I'll be like, all right, everybody shut up. We saying the same thing over and over.
Well, what happens, it doesn't help either that most people end up sharing the same opinion as well. Yeah. So there's no like. So that being said, you know, visual people, background, for our audio only listeners, we talking about chokehold animes today, guys, because like, and that's why Itachi is just, you know, choking the shit out of Sasuke. I don't know if he's really choking him as much as just holding him.
Right.
But
it's a little bit of both. He got him hemmed up by the neck.
I agree.
Got his feet not touching the ground. I can say that for sure.
Right.
He's choking.
Yeah, no, you know what?
Because when your feet off the ground, hemmed up, it's like
I agree. Did I get lower? Okay, I got lower.
She dropped expeditiously.
Oh, there it is. Oh my god.
But you know, for my visual people, your feet still be kind of be on the ground when you hemmed up, and it's a little bit of shirt involved.
Yeah, you're right.
His feet off the ground.
He's holding him.
Yeah, he's holding him by the neck.
I got him. I got you, bitch.
I'm not used to lie. I used to pick my big head little brothers up just by their head. My mom used to be mad.
That sounds so bad for their spine.
It's only when they're little though, like when they still light, so it's not bad.
It still sounds so bad for their spine. Like that just sounds like your neck ain't right no more. I don't know why siblings always fuck with they like younger brothers' backs and shit. My older sister fucked my back up.
You got to do the big head test, right?
Oh yeah, you got to just poke them a little bit.
Push them in the head. If they
start bobblehead,
they tilt and they fall over. Their head too big for their body.
It's their center of balance. Leave them alone. They ain't got the other parts.
I do the other people's kids too. I just go boop.
You ain't shit.
and they be looking at me like, "Why did you do that?"
I'm not bringing my son around
It's big head test.
I got a kid, gonna watch my kid bust his head.
It's not hard enough to make them take a big tumble, but
it's when they can't lift their head, and you just like, oh baby.
If they can't lift their head, ain't no point. The proof is in the pudding.
And you know what? I think I definitely had a big ear. I had to grow to my ears though. I had to grow to like a lot of like weird parts of my body.
Yeah, I had to grow into my ears. Yeah, my ears was.
It's a wrap.
I had Will Smith ears.
You had satellites.
What is it? The shark tail ears. Just hanging off the side.
Oh my god.
Now that I got a beard and my face is a little fatter, you can't even see my ears sometimes. It's crazy.
All right, guys. So the difference between a chokehold anime and a bingeable anime is pretty much bingeable animes are you can pick it up and like drop it literally at any point and you're okay. Like One Piece. Like well, you know what? Everyone's bingeables and their chokeholds are probably because my bingeable is One Piece. I can like if I really want to binge it, I know I can. Right. But I don't have to binge it. Like I'm not like, oh, what's next? Like I'm not doing that. Yeah. But I feel like or like Black Clover to me. Yeah. It's bingeable. But Goblin Slayer had me in a chokehold. like it did. Like I was just like, I have to know how the fuck this ends. Like even like literally with me going into it in like 2 to 3 days, like just going wild on it. Same thing with Shield Hero, Rising of Shield Hero, chokehold anime. Right. And right now, the Requiem for a Rose King is like got me in a fucking chokehold. Like I can't even. Because it started with, it's not even a new anime this season. Like it came out like last season or something like that. It's newer, but it's not new. It's new to me, but not new. So I ended up like, I started watching it. It's a retelling of Shakespeare's King Henry. Mm-hmm. But Richard is intersex. Mm-hmm. So, which is also very interesting because we don't see a lot of intersex characters in anime. Meaning, and I believe he has...
Got both parts?
I'm not sure. I think he has a female top and male bottom. I think so. I'm not quite sure. We haven't gone into genitalia yet, but we know that. So it's interesting because one character
got double D's, but he's slanging.
No. Like they're pretty. They're actually like I think A cups almost, and barely that because he binds. So yeah, like so I think it's. Like it's enough to pass him off. If he says I'm a woman, like people would
got the Mulan thing.
Yeah, like people would take it. But I think when there's been a bit of sexual abuse, so when people kind of reach down there, they're surprised. So I think that's and this is during the times. So this is like during like the like medieval times type. Like Joan of Arc is like a ghost in his head. Like he knows exactly what kind of is going on. So I think it's interesting because everyone calls him the cursed child, and I'm like, are you cursed? He's like his mom endured abnormal pains when she was giving birth to him, things like that. So they call him the cursed child, and I think it's because he's intersex. But his father chose to just raise him as a boy, and things kind of that nature. But he finds himself he's finding his identity and falling in love at the same time with people. And it's interesting because there are two people that are in love with him at some point, and the other king, like Edward, is like, Richard's a beautiful woman, very beautiful. And then on the other hand, like this woman who's falling in love with him is like, Richard's a boy. It's not. What are you talking about? Like they're both in love. They were forced to marry each other, but are both in love with Richard, and it's just so crazy because they're just like, no, he's a man. No, he's a woman. Like that's just he's just raised like a man. He's a woman, beautiful woman. Because the guy happened to touch Richard's chest when he was coming at him, and was like, so it's really interesting. Like it's had me in a chokehold, and I looked up and I was on episode 12, and I was like, oh no, it's been a day. Like I started as one of my morning animes. Mm-hmm. Next thing I knew, it was midnight.
So I was about to go in on some, right?
Right.
But then it was cover art right next to it that caught my eye.
Bungo.
And I was like, what's this? It gave me like a Reservoir Dogs vibe. Yes. As far as the cover. So I'm like, Bungo Stray Dog.
Like, let's do this.
Let's do this. So I'm thinking since it popped up like next
it's
to
new.
last summer, it's new.
Yep.
So I'm thinking, damn, these episodes ain't stopping. Like,
no, at all.
So then I get to telling everybody about it. Yeah, I used to watch. You used to.
Yeah. 2016, baby.
And then I looked at the bottom and it does say like 2016. I'm like, damn. Why am I just not finding out about this?
I'm telling you, it's not. It's just new to you. Like, I don't even know what the thing will be for this. I don't know if it's chokehold or new to you anime.
You got the OP suicidal.
Yeah, listen.
He even looking for girls to die with him. It's so funny. But he want to do it in the most comfortable way. Like,
yeah, no, he wants to die, but he wants to die comfortably. He doesn't want to blow his own brains out. No, my man wants to like sleep and drown. Yeah, something like that.
Something that the least amount of pain as possible.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely hilarious. Like you've never met someone who's willing to die, but he's just like, but I mean, why gotta be painful? They're like, why do you want to die? He like, why do you want to live? like that's like one of my favorite things about him too, is that whenever people question his suicide, he's just like, what do you have worth living for? And then people are like, oh, wait.
And then it's just the pettiness.
Oh yeah.
His level of pettiness. He just open about like, yeah, I'm just fucking with you.
Yeah, no, literally. And the villain is just terrifying. Like each of their superpowers, it's just wild. Like I was not expecting some of them to be able to do the things they could do. And like
they out here wilding.
Man, I'm like, y'all just normal people.
And then it's just like how smart he is. That petty, and he like the second best in the group. Absolutely. I mean the other dude, OP, put on glasses.
Yeah, no, that's the Tiger Boy.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I just didn't like the way his hair looked. I'm like, what's your haircut do? Like
yeah, but and then dude on the other side had the same haircut except his was
they're just asymmetrical but stupid. I don't know. I started watching it and I think I finished like the first season of it and I didn't go back.
Like I think I made it.
What's the problem? I think it was a movie.
I don't even know.
I watched the Goblin
fact that I made it to season 3 and didn't realize it. I was like, oh, how many?
Yeah.
And then I was like, how many episodes? Oh, I got like 2 episodes left. I'm going to 3.
Yeah, there's something about those chokehold animes are just built different.
And then a lot of it also was he wanted to know what he did before he joined the agency.
Yeah, you just want to know more.
He was a mafia, one of the strongest.
Oh yeah. I that far. Look, I got that far.
Over there catching bodies.
Yeah, I gotta read some of that.
It was one little girl was like, "Oh, I killed 35 people." And that's it.
Right.
You think you can't be a good person because you caught 35 bodies?
Right.
You must not know who I am.
No, literally. Like he's just like, death is inevitable.
Right.
Might as well take everybody out while you can.
That shit wasn't nothing.
Right.
I caught hella bodies, and here I am. Being a good guy.
Actually, speaking of suicide, while I was swimming, though, I definitely thought I was going to hit my head and, like, drown in the pool today. Because I was swimming on my back. So
how would you hit your head? You weren't even going fast enough to hit your head on the back wall and drown.
You don't know how fast I was going.
I do. It wasn't fast enough to do that.
No, it's just a fear because I can't see. So I'm, like, on my back. Like, I'm like, well...
But the fact is, like for me, it'd be, I might bump my head, but to bump my head and drown, like,
okay.
I don't know why women is just like the most dastardly conclusion y'all can jump to.
Look, listen, like I told my mom, just assume you'll be prepared to be murdered.
Like my girl would be like, oh yeah, this is gonna follow me, I'm gonna die. Wait, how are you gonna die from this?
because you just never know. Like I remember I love swimming. And I remembered yesterday, dry drowning. And I was like,
what the fuck is dry drowning?
So dry drowning is when you almost drown, but you don't, but there's still liquid in your lungs. So you go home and go to sleep and die. And it's called dry drowning because you technically still drowned. You just drowned later as opposed to in the water. Dry drowning. And I was like, how about that?
You know what? I feel like that wouldn't happen unless you... I feel like that wouldn't happen unless you knew. Like, if you knew what dry drowning was a thing, I feel like that's the only way you could dry drown. Because you're worried about
Children do it all the time. That's a TikTok. Because children are idiots. It's a thing that happens. Dry drowning. Most people don't, I mean, you know about it, but it's just, you think you got all the water out. literally while you try to save someone from drowning, you're supposed to cough up water. That's how you can drown in an inch of water. You can drown yourself at home. You literally could just if you try to breathe and drink at the same time, you can drown yourself. Like people think drowning, you gotta be in a big body of water, bro. No, you can drown in the bathtub. Like, what? Shut up.
I can understand it, like it's something like a heart attack or something that physically
drowning is extremely quiet.
I'm just saying, like something that paralyzed you to cause you to drown. But if you're drowning, just I don't even know.
what are you supposed to do? Okay, all right.
That's one thing.
We're gonna go to this reference, the Spy Family reference. That kid was drowning. Okay.
Oh yeah.
That kid was drowning. All right. Before he do it, too much water in his lungs, and then when you panic, it makes it worse.
But I'm saying, if you drowning in the bathtub, it had better been something else that happened that caused you to drown, not just you drowning in the bathtub.
Well, I think it's very rare that people drown in the bathtub without somebody, holding their head underwater.
And then kids, they just try dumb shit. That's how they drown.
I know.
Kids try shit they know they're not supposed to do, but they go try it because they, for some reason, in their heart, they can overcome it and do it. Like, yeah, like I don't know why kids have this.
Invincibility.
Yeah, like
it's an invincibility complex.
And I know because
you have it up until you're like 16.
Because I was that dumb kid at one point. Like I saw a car coming down the street. It was like, I'm Superman. I can get across the street. Almost died. Like idiot. Like like I can run faster than that. I
feel like more boys have it than girls because we're just like, no, you're gonna die. You know what though? It doesn't help that our dads and our moms kind of tell us we're gonna die. Like they don't tell the boys. They're like, you're gonna get real fucked up if you get hit by a car. They look at us and like, you're gonna die. Like that girl outside, I got hit by a car. She ate it though. Sarah ate it. You know what, Sarah? Shout out, Sarah. If you listen to the show, shout out to you, Sarah. All right, you got hit by a car and you got back up and you walked home, baby.
But yeah, so that got me in the chokehold. Like I need to know more. I need to know how it ends.
It was all the rage too. I feel old saying all the rage though.
I need to know. And then I like how it's like, oh, you think this is the bad guy, but no, there's another one.
Oh yeah, no, there's several.
Right, like this not even the main dude.
There's something, and I think that's the interesting thing about shows. I feel like every show can be bingeable, but only certain shows can be chokeholds. Yeah. Like I don't think Naruto will ever be a chokehold for me. Maybe because of when I started watching it. I think if you start watching it on time, I think it can't be a chokehold.
Well, I honestly, I feel like one of the required because, I mean, I can, well, no, the soccer anime kind of has thirsty for every next episode.
Did you watch soccer anime?
No.
Yeah, obviously not. You chokehold.
But so I was previously gonna say it's probably got to be an older anime that you weren't hip to, but then got hip to. But no, there's a new anime that has me in the chokehold. I hate when new ones have me in the chokehold.
I was because that wait until next week.
Right, you be sitting there itching
like a fiend.
You got to go back. What day it drop? Okay, back.
Like a fiend.
Because I had to wait. I'm like, damn, what day this bitch dropped? They moved my nigga to defense. He is in his feelings. His whole world lost.
We making new terminology. We choke fiends. That's exactly what it's called. What are you, man? He a choke fiend right now. What does that mean? That's
honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I'm really waiting for Chokehold. It's been so long since a video game has had me.
Kingdom Hearts does that to me sometimes, and Spider-Man does that.
Right.
Like
I'm waiting on the game to be that I like so much that I just don't want to put it. 2K had me there at one point, and then they decided to just shit the bed for like 4 years straight. Like they had the world in it. It was a point in time where the 2K had men in the chokehold, and they fucking blew.
You know what? Sims will, every time a new pack comes out. That's the funny thing about Sims. Actually, like we know as simmers that we are the type of people where we'll play the game for 3 months straight, then we won't touch it for 2 years. Like it's like the weirdest thing about Sims but like right now I'm in a chokehold. I'm in an androgynous Sim. They're
the Prince type dude.
Them kinda. They're androgynous. Can't tell what they are.
When Prince androgynous?
He dressed androgynous.
those who knew Prince knew he was a man.
David Bowie is. I feel like because David
Bowie.
Little
Richard.
I don't know.
He had a whole perm with it.
Yeah, but everybody was kind of. He like, and I think also like.
I don't know. I think Prince because the androgynous dude that was on Everybody Hates Chris.
Yeah, but I will give it to David Bowie. I feel like David Bowie looked a little more androgynous. And you can dress and I feel like I dress androgynous.
But Queen wouldn't Queen dressing
like Freddie Mercury?
Yeah.
Mercury was just
they had like
lovely
a whole wig and.
I mean, Kiss with the makeup.
Kiss.
Yeah, because Queen didn't really use. Not that I recall. I don't know. I wasn't alive during the reign. Like I can't account for that. I made an androgynous sim. I named them Kai. I changed their pronouns. Their pronouns are they.
So. You can change pronouns
in The Sims now. You can. It's super exciting. I think you're thinking of Kiss. Not Queen exactly, but Freddie Mercury was gay.
I don't know.
That was their hair, and that was the style. That was the style back then.
I'm glad I went to a color picture.
I know.
Yo, people, listen. Okay.
See some pictures in black and white and then go right to color.
I'm a quick side note. I'm gonna say this for any of you old heads knocking with any dudes wearing black, white, purple, or green. I don't care what color you are. Every time I go back to look at what y'all favorite bands was wearing back in the day, they look crazy as hell. Crazy.
Isn't that what you said last week about the Yu-Gi-Oh?
Like, bro, I be hearing all these hoes, man, they pushing the gay agenda. What was they doing back then? Like, come on, y'all here in blouses. Like, come on. Y'all got frills on your shirt.
I think honestly, I think it's about the lower half. The gay agenda push problem seems to be about skirts more than it is about frilly tops.
Bro, they had on bell bottom, like, Prince had on a 19th century, like, fucking...
But he dresses androgynously.
But everybody was cool with that then.
They weren't, actually.
For the most part. I mean, they seem more cool of it now than they were back then.
People were very, like, my uncle was
Michael Jackson.
My uncle absolutely, he loved Prince until he saw him. Like, after he saw him, he was like, oh, this is what we're doing? Like, it was just, like, he eventually got over it and is still a huge Prince fan. But it took him time to get over the androgyny.
And then it was like, come on, y'all had these little ass shorts on back then. Like, y'all favorite player that y'all died by, Michael Jordan, was 2 dunks away from his ball slipping out, like, every night. And everybody was cool with that. Like,
but nobody want to wear no hoochie daddy shorts.
But nobody want to wear. Y'all was wearing them. Let's go watch a Spike Lee movie. Let's see how many shorts is past the knee. White man can't jump. Nobody shorts past the knee. I'm tired of it. Like, because they be acting like they weren't dressing crazy. Y'all had finger waves, bro. Like, y'all gangsters had perms. Like, come on.
I know, Ice Cube back in the day, I'm like, somebody was scared of you.
Like, come on, Snoop Dogg has had multiple perms throughout his lifetime.
It was when he had the Bobos. When he was rocking the Bobos.
Yeah, y'all used to have barrettes, and these are gangsters. They shoot up your house. Like,
that's how you know
Grove Street Crits.
That's how you know people were truly afraid of you.
Like,
you know what, though?
It's kind of like the UFC fighter who had French tips.
Oh, yeah.
I can't think of his name. Yeah. The style bender.
I mean, I feel like Yakuzas are the same way, like in Japan. They don't always dress.
Because it's like, man, hey, yo, that UFC fighter got French tips on. Who gonna say something to him?
Yeah. No, for real.
Like, we just watched him beat somebody up on pay-per-view. You gonna tell him about his French tips? I'm not.
So, did you manage to get any other animes in while you were in your chokehold?
One Piece. I'm caught up on One Piece.
I watched the Yakuza's Guide to Babysitting.
Oh, caught up on my soccer. I watched the episode 2 of Last Summoner. You know, I'm
watching Black Summoner, and I think it's ridiculous that we're both watching 2 different Summoner animes.
I managed to squeeze that in.
Black Summoner is interesting because he shows up to the world, he doesn't remember anything. But apparently he died by accident. So but like it wasn't even his fault, it was God's fault. And because God felt bad, he talked to the god of recreation or whatever, and had him put in a different world. Apparently, when he got there, though, he told the girl that he loved her and wanted to marry her, so she became a part of his party. So when he was reincarnated,
came with him.
Yeah, pretty much. But she's just a voice in his head, and he's a summoner, which is one of the strongest ones. But he just decided to conceal it. So my man is like smurfing. like throughout this world, and it's low key funny because she's like, well, if you become if you tell people you're a summoner, people are gonna be after you. There's only like 3 or 4 summoners in the world. Like, he's like, his name's like Kelvin. And he's like,
Ugh.
I bet. So he just tells people he's like a mage and joins a guild and just.
I'm still stuck on the fact that God was like, damn, my fault.
No, literally.
Hey, do me a favor, bring him back, man.
Which is so funny because when
I
you
dropped the TV on him by accident. What happened was I was helping one of the angels carry the TV. I was helping him move. And I told him I didn't want to because I had hurt my back when I was working out. Drop that bitch on me.
Honestly, and I love reincarnation stories. Mostly because I read them when I read my yaoi, and they all get really great. Like I read a reincarnation story where he would.
A yaoi?
Yeah, boys love. So here's what happened.
I'm mad I asked. I be asking so many questions, but it is this because I don't want to. You don't want to remain in ignorance. I'm not privy to a lot of things. A lot of these words. So I be having to inquire about their meanings, and sometimes I regret it, and sometimes I don't. This is one of the times I do.
Oh, because it was got reincarnated.
And then it's like I always get a flashback to whatever I saw in that book you was reading that day. So whenever you say boys love, I'm just like raunchy, man. This is wild.
No, some of them are very sweet and kind.
So that one was wild. Like I was in the back seat, like, oh my god.
No, some of them are really sweet and nice. Like I'm currently reading one called "Our Not So Lonely Travel Guide," where this guy asks his boyfriend to marry him, and he says he will after they travel the world together. So there's nothing raunchy or anything happening in the mangas in the volume 1 or 2. They're just traveling the world. Currently, they're in India and they're about to make their way somewhere else. It's really sweet and really pretty. They're not always, slam bang, let me fuck you type shit. Not always what's going on. So it's kind of like one of those. It's kind of sweet actually, and that's what I like about romance animes. That sometimes sex is not required. Like in Horimiya, they do end up having sex, but in Say I Love You, the anime doesn't go as far as them.
Oh, but it's implied.
No. Horimiya is like heavily implied just because there's a scene where she's like, it's a voiceover, but she said I had a warmness in me and I felt like I wanted to share it with him. And like I know it comes off really weird, but like when they get up, you can tell she's not wearing anything. Like you can just see her top part, and then you can tell and he's shirtless, so you kind of have a good idea of what has happened.
I hope not a female ever said, "Get out." I don't know what you got.
She wasn't referring to the sex. She was referring
to the feeling, but I'm just saying, like that out loud just sounds scary.
And that's why it was a voiceover.
Like, get out.
You guys check out Horimiya.
I get the voiceover.
It finally hit Crunchyroll. Check out Horimiya. It's cute.
Get that voiceover. Good.
And then in Say I Love You, it's implied. We all know that the main character, Yamato, had sex because the girl begged him to have sex with her. So she could feel better. Her boyfriend broke up with him, and he was like, "How do I make it better?" And she was like, "Have sex with me." Like, fine. So he slept with her to make her feel better. But his current girlfriend May, the one who kicked him in the ass, which is why he's in love with her now. Not quite sure. Either way, it's my favorite anime of all time.
Pretty cool how that worked out for him. Yeah.
Actually, another chokehold anime too. Now I'm thinking about old animes is The Gray Man. The Gray Man is my other chokehold
I've been meaning
anime.
to watch that.
Watch it. Okay, so watch. So it's like you can watch it though. You have to watch The Gray Man, then The Gray Man Hollow.
Okay.
Afterwards, because honestly, it doesn't finish it and it bums me out. But it's highly slept on. I'm gonna need y'all to get y'all lives together. Also, my Vinland Saga. Yeah.
Is that the one with the Vikings?
Yeah, that one, guys. If you guys were waiting for it to come off Prime, but you don't have Prime because you're broke or because you don't want it. It's on Netflix.
Because you're broke, wow.
Or because you don't. I'm about to have to pay for High Dive, and I'm a little harmed.
What the fuck?
Yeah, hold on.
High Dive.
Okay, you ain't never heard of it?
No, obviously not.
Hold on, it's an anime streaming site.
Sounds like porn to me.
So it's an anime streaming site.
What do they got different from?
Well, certain animes, they have some uncensored stuff, but certain animes they do. And don't have they have My Senpai is annoying. Maybe let's. Anyways, High Dive, guys. I got rid of my Funimation. Now I gotta spend. They have a lot of the same stuff. Just like I haven't seen Real Girl anywhere, or I'm quitting heroing. I haven't seen that anywhere.
Enough is enough.
They have Vinland Saga. Look at that, Run with the Wind. See, talk about this. Have you heard Sakamoto is definitely one of my shows. Like I love it. Also, Aoi-chan can't study. Some kind of freaky. She can't study because she's talking about erotic stuff. It's kind of funny because her dad's an erotic writer.
Mm.
So like
So she's just horny all the time.
She thinks people are trying to go deeper than they actually are. But like
Oh,
some
boy.
of these animes, like if you can't find them somewhere, they might be on here, and it's a legal site. So if you're looking to spend some money or something, but you don't want to, give it to Crunchyroll for your reasons, like Love Ru. I haven't seen that in a while. But they also have like Domestic Girlfriends. So some
do
of
they
the
have
stuff
an
they do
actual
have.
app?
Yep, it's on the
okay.
TV and everything.
Oh.
Yeah, because there was this other anime I was looking for, and it's unfortunately, yeah, my senpai is annoying is on here, and that's what I wanted to watch next. So I'm a little annoyed that I have to go pay for another anime streaming service, but whatever. Either way, High Dive has a lot of stuff. They've recently added some stuff as well.
What's today's date?
17th.
Ooh.
Here we go. Call of the Night. That is that's currently only on this show. And like I keep seeing this girl everywhere.
Oh, okay. I don't.
Don't admit to it out loud. I don't know what you were.
It was looking wild for a second, and I was just like, I gotta see what's really going.
But yeah, certain things that I wanted to watch. Apparently, they're not where I want them to be. So I gotta go do a thing. Oh, Tokyo Mew Mew new. Oh, I watched Tokyo Mew Mew. Gotta check it out again. I find myself really needing to do that. So you might be able to find some stuff there. Also, you guys looking for movies like Alice in Borderland? That's on here. If you're looking for kind of like stuff like that, check out High Dive. Frag Time. I don't know if you guys have heard of any of these titles. Happy Go Lucky Days. I've heard of the title. I just never saw it or wasn't able to find it. So stuff like that. I recommend you guys check out High Dive. They got Made in Abyss. That one was a little bit hard to find for a bit. A couple of OVAs as well, so y'all can kind of. I think it's like $5 a month for this one too. So like Space Brothers, that one was a little hard for me to. That's Space Brothers the movie. So they have movies all the whole. Check out High Dive, guys. I know I will. And they have Initial D. Like everyone loves D.
Yeah. I got friends in my group texting like they on the West Coast. He's asking to play video games. Like, is it too early? And I've looked at the clock.
That's when you ask what time it is.
Yeah. I've looked at the clock like 3-4 times. Like maybe I'm tripping.
It's like alcoholics. Like,
and then one dude was like, it's like 9 a.m. for me. I'm just getting out of bed, and I'm like, is he on the West Coast? Did he go to TwitchCon? When is TwitchCon? I had to Google that.
Speaking of that, did you see Crunchyroll's at DreamCon?
Yeah. And
I was like, y'all did it. Like, you know what? Shout out to our RDC World. Yeah. It's what Real Dreams Come True. That's what it stands for. Shout out to y'all. You know what? Y'all did the damn thing. I'm trying to get to a DreamCon.
Yeah, I need to get to a DreamCon. I need to get to a con. I need to go to a lot of cons.
I'm trying to get to. I feel like I haven't gone in such a long time. They're so much fun. They're kind of weird. And unfortunately, when you go to conventions, you meet the weird anime people that like people are always ragging on. Yeah, like you can tell they haven't like left their house ever. That's where you meet the neckbeard, and it's a little terrifying. You know what I mean? Like the people who are like, "Who's your waifu?" And you're like, "Don't start off with that question." Like I feel like you have to be close to me to ask me who my wife or my husband though is.
Listen, once you start off with that, I can already tell what type of horny time.
That's what I'm saying. Like
you anime horny.
Yeah, like anytime when I'm talking about something, someone says who's the sexiest character, I'm just like, yep, nope, never mind. Like, but I will say I was reading another Ed and Eddie fanfic. Like,
what?
Remember we were talking about Kevin and Double D. I found a good one. It's a really good one.
Don't care.
It's called Heading to College, and it's so good.
Who's the one going to college? Double D?
Double D, Kevin, and May all end up getting into college. I'm here.
Sounds like they. But moving on.
I'm mad at. See, I gotta find something to say to you. I always tell Ricky, like, you said you was gonna marry me. He's like, I am marry you. You have to find something for it. You don't love me like you say. You know what? I will say, Penny and Stocking also had me in a chokehold. Like, like, like that anime also had me in a chokehold when I first watched it. I was like, what the fuck is this? You gotta admit, Penny and Stocking is a good anime. Hilarious as hell.
They remind me of the Ratchet version of the that's from Dragon Ball Tournament of Power. Android 17. Their intro by blowing their ass up.
Let me tell you. Also, cause listen, Tokyo Revengers. Like that is the new anime that had me in a chokehold. So much that I actually had to go and read. I went and found the manga and read it all the way up to like it's about to end.
Black Clover had me in a
Did it? Okay.
When it went on this hiatus, I went straight to the manga. I fell off since then. I got to get back in the. At this point, I don't even remember where I left off at, so I got to do reread.
Oh yeah, that was me in Jujutsu Kaisen. Like in MHA actually always had me in a.
Still does.
It well listen. And I'm mad my Bakugo sticker got like wet and like did a whole thing and I almost cried like when I woke up and was like Baku. Friends gonna make. It was bad. I almost didn't go to work.
And this is the person who don't even call off for a birthday. I don't get why people take off for their. I'm not working on my fucking birthday. Like, that's why I'm celebrating. Like,
let me tell you, the other things. It's the little things. It's the little things.
This is the first person I ever seen criticize folks for calling off, taking off on their birthday.
It's okay. You know what though? Once again, I used to work in a place where if I didn't go in, I didn't get paid, so I couldn't even enjoy my birthday being all because I'm like, fucking money today.
It don't matter.
No.
It's a celebration of life.
It's another day. Also, this coming from me too. I always had the last day of school was always on my birthday, so I had to go. I've taken finals on my birthday. I've done.
What villain gave y'all a final on the last day of school?
Like literally that last week of school or whatever. My birthday falls in that.
You know what? If you a teacher and you making people come in on the last day of school, fired. Okay, don't get nobody exam on the last day of school. The last day of school for me was like low key optional. It was like you show up or you don't. We don't see.
They clean your lockers out.
I did that shit 3 days early. I planned on not coming in.
That wasn't us. I've taken finals on my birthday. I've done no one could decorate my locker. No one could do anything like that. So yeah, and then my mom doesn't take off for her birthday either. So when your birthday's like that, no, I don't really take the day off. But now that I have days that I can actually vacation, I might start doing it.
I wish I would.
Can't.
I wish though.
It's the little things that make me like I ain't gonna hold you. Like Thursday, I almost took a mental health day. So
it don't take much. Listen, I can wake up. It don't take much. Because fuck them.
I definitely almost took off just so I could watch Requiem or Roast.
Exactly. Like, do that shit. Listen. If you got vacation time, use your shit. Don't let nobody make you feel guilty. Fuck them niggas. They will fire you and get rid of your ass in a heartbeat. So call off on their ass in a heartbeat.
Like, listen, I was like, you got a personal day.
Because
you got 8 hours.
I'm not gonna lie. It's a weird, like, dynamic worker and employee. Because it's like, okay, you're supposed to respect their time and all this. You're supposed to respect everything they got going on.
I know,
but they don't give a fuck about what you got going on.
I'm telling you.
Your wife can be about to give birth tomorrow and it will fire your ass. Like, they don't care.
Oh, no, I know.
So why should I care? Why are we wired to give a fuck about them when they not wired to give a fuck about us? Fuck
down. Listen, the first thing I learned in my oppression class.
Not coming in.
First thing I learned in my oppression class on oppression, is only oppressed people know. Yep. So seriously, whenever you had those like enlightened moments of like, why are we all doing this? Only oppressed people know that they're oppressed.
They oppress everybody.
Like that, and that it literally explains everything. It's why it takes so long for everything to get moving, because you have to go and like wake everybody else and be like, you're being oppressed, and they'll be like, nah, bro, I'm not being oppressed. It's like getting a domestic violence victim out of their relationship. They don't know they're being oppressed. Yep. Oppressed people have to know that they're
I'm gonna
being
say
oppressed.
that comment off this.
I would. I saw your face. I knew you go do. You go. You know what?
Speaking of that,
Nope. Oppressed people need to know they're oppressed. I mean, think about it in terms of anime too.
Message.
In terms of anime too, Naruto only knew he was oppressed because the other kids were treated. Only reason Naruto like knew he was oppressed. Like in general, same thing like Luffy. When Luffy hops into a village, everybody like this is just the way it is. He like that's not correct.
Y'all living foul.
Yeah, like when he fixes it, it's kind of like when a dictatorship moves in. All the people that knew they were oppressed die off, so everybody just thinks that this is the way life is. Yeah, like anime is actually a really good teacher when it comes to oppression. Yes, you see, it's getting a part 2. Like I'm so excited. I think it already came out. I'm not sure. I have to look. Like, but yeah, those people don't know that they're being oppressed.
So we're being oppressed. So, message of the day: fuck work.
I mean,
you get paid for your. Yeah, want to take a day off? Whether you get paid or not. You wake up today, I say I feel like calling off. Call off.
I'm gonna get demonetized.
Not even monetized.
I know, I feel like that's my favorite thing to say every episode. We're gonna get demonetized. No one's paying us.
Yeah, no one's not getting $1.
It's one of those really funny things actually. Like I guess you know what? 86 is also a good like representation of oppression. They knew they were being oppressed, like, but they just were just like, you know what?
Shit. Dragon Ball Z.
Oh yeah.
Frieza was oppressing.
Man, what? But everybody that could fight him died off. So all the Saiyans were just like, this is the way life is. Everyone just gave up on it. I think that's a very interesting concept. If we actually sat and looked at anime for what it does teach us, other than like talk no jutsu and friendship fixes everything. Like it dives into a lot of different things and I think it's interesting because people want like when people think of oppression, they think Handmaid's Tale and shit like that. But I'm like, no, I can name like 3 animes that center around oppression.
Shit, Attack on Titan.
I mean, honestly, what was the kids are being eaten? The Promised Neverland.
Yeah, Promised Neverland.
Like you're being literally like, I mean, the fact too that the mom gave birth to a child because they all the mothers have to give birth at least once to know what it's like to be a mother, and then you have the audacity to place my own child on my farm. So I have to give my kid away? What the hell? Like people think the mothers are the ones with the power, but even she's not. And that's why she's so excited when they, do escape. She's just like, good, get out of here. And like even the kid that's her kid, like because he's so smart, he remembers. He's like, I know you're my mom. Like they both know who each other are, but they know that they can't do anything about it.
Right, they know the rules.
Yeah, like I think it's great that we find out, that Norman's still kicking. Like season 2, like shit that hard on that shit I heard, but that first season had me in a chokehold. Like always will, always will.
So for this,
it is chokehold animes.
This episode won't be long.
What animes, what animal? I hope it isn't. I will cry. But what animes had you guys in a chokehold? You just kept watching, you couldn't stop. What bingeable anime?
Throw it in the comment section. Not in the DMs on the social.
Yeah, like hit us up.
Conversation. I like the non-words better than that. Converse. I like conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I feel like the English. So we might as well the word. A knife. But it's knife.
Why is Colonel spelled the way? No L in it. I mean, there's no R in it.
Yeah.
It's colonel.
Yeah.
But it's Colonel. You're a dick.
We'll see y'all next
that
time.
makes me so irritated.
It makes everybody.
That's
irritated.
a TikTok little moment. It's Colonel. You're a dick.
Bye, guys.
Lazy daisies.